Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to this brand new video. In this video, we're gonna learn about helper method recursion. Okay, before beginning, let me just give you an idea what is helper method recursion. Imagine basically a recursive function, but it is inside some another function. It is covered around another function. So that covering around function is basically the helper functions. So will that covering around function will be recursive? Will it be called again and again? No. What will be called again and again? The thing which is called again and again. The thing which is called recursion. The recursive function which is inside that helper function, the covering function will be called again and again. So why do we do that? So we'll look at all of that, why we do that. I mean, let me just quickly show why do we, let me just show you like so far what we have done. There are things to go wrong. There's no base case is not there. That's why it will go into infinite loop, forgetting the return or returning and wrong things. Why the light is so bad? Let me go back, I suppose. Yep. Okay. So function factorial like this, we have seen factorial so far. So basically there is no helper function. This is the entire function like is recursive. Like basically we have a function outside and we have the function calling itself, right? But let me just show you. So this is the helper method recursion's blueprint. So there will be a function, the outer function, which will take in an input, okay, from like outer, and there in like the line is not written here. It should be outer and some input, okay. In this case, it looks like it's an array. So okay. So what it does basically, it takes an input, and inside it we have the code. What code we have? For out outer scoped variable. Generally, what it happens, this variable is defined outside the function for a reason, because this entire function will run again and again. So every time its value will get resetted, right? That's why it's always written outside the function. But no, in this case, it is written inside the function. Why? Because the recursion is not happening in the outer function, it is happening in the function here. Okay, we have function keyword, we have helper keyword, helper input. This helper input, where does it come from? That the helper input is nothing but the input that the outer function has received. So that means the user don't have to write some crazy ass input. It is the same input it would have added if the function was simple factorial. If the function was simple recursion, whatever value it will, the person was supposed to add, he'll be adding the same thing, but same but different. But that very input will be used by the inner function, the recursive function, and yep. And it just returns the outer scope variable, updated variable. Anyway, so there is an example of try to collect all the odd values in an array. Hmm. It also uses helper. What is that thing called? Helper array, a helper recursive function. What is the helper method recursion? Sorry. Okay, what it does basically, it collects simple. You can also see it will if you provide it an array of numbers, it will just collect you the odd numbers in it. And how can you find it an odd number? That a number that is not completely divisible by 2, that is if it leaves a remainder. And which is this case, this line shows like it just leaves a remainder. This line, helper input 0, this so it leaves a reminder. So it says if it leaves a reminder, that means it's an odd number, right? So push that number, that push that very number which was leaving a remainder, that means that very number is odd. Push that number into the result array which we have created inside. Okay, and do what after that, which since you have found out, since you have like just found out that, okay, either of these two things happen, that it could find something or it could not find the number. Do the very task of removing that very number, the very first number from the array. You just get rid of it. When you get rid of it, so you get a smaller array. Now on that very array, the recursion will again take place, iteration will again take place of searching on it till the time you find the mm, helper input, which is basically nothing but um, helper input, yeah, which is basically nothing but whatever array the user had provided once. So it will check till the point where slicing has done completely and array is left empty, array there is nothing inside it. So in that case, simply they have used cleverly the return keyword. They have nothing to return, but the return keyword act as a break for the entire function. That is, it will just get out of recursion and it will just simply return something like that. You get it, right? Basically, this is the base case here. And yeah, you can see that the result function is defined outside. It's defined inside, not outside. Like that only. And yeah, and generally, why it am I saying like that? Generally, when you define a, as I told you, a recursive function, and as you can see, I have defined a function inside, define a variable inside global scope variable. You have defined it inside. But the problem with this is that every time this recollected nums will run, this thing will get updated. We'll say no, no, no. We will re-engineer it, and we'll just say result dot push or something, or maybe plus equal to won't work in this case, I suppose. But even though like, but the thing is, you have to define this variable outside first to be getting to use it inside, right? Using let const or var, whatever keyword which you're using. In our case, I think let is the right word to use. Anyway, so I don't feel like going and actually doing this. I'm getting lazy today. I don't know why. Okay, I'll pay this later on by working double hard. Anyway, this is graph D depth first search recursion, which is very hard according to me. I don't know what. But anyway, this is not the focus. We're not gonna go deep into that. It's a future thing, like after 10, 20 lectures, maybe we'll get to that. But after that, let me just quickly revise. There will be an outer function which will not be recursive, and we define the outer scoped variables inside, and we have a recursive function. Um, um, okay. It's kind of confusing here. Oh my god, I'm feeling sleepy. That's all for the video. I'll catch you up later. Take care. Be safe. Keep DSing.